Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you all had a good weekend.
How was your birthday, Avi?
It's still
No.
going on, man. It's been 3 days. We're still partying. It's been fun. It's been great. Lots of quality time with family and friends. So, best thing in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the head back in the game for trading now. Ah, all right. What do we have here? So, looking at the SPY, these Avi levels, I don't like the look at all. It's a mess. Yeah, it's strange. I would have thought about the breakout through the upside, 601.41, but it just made a new low a minute ago. What I like to see is the ascending wedge, right, which is not really happening with a new low. You want higher lows. That would give me conviction that's going to break through and continue through all the resistance overhead. But I mean, it could still do that, but I'm not convinced. So I don't see any setup for now, at least on the Avi style of trading. And that's it. Let's see the news. Anything on the calendar today? Nope, there's nothing there. And this is a short week, right? We have Thursday off, I believe. One said that, I think.
Avi, at what point you would consider that as short because it's adjusting the purple, the Fibonacci level? Would you consider it short at all or no? Or if you do, what what happened?
Yeah, it's not a short here to my eyes.
Okay.
It has to go to another level. Either if it comes down to the next level and provides a reverse ABCD pattern, or it goes up to the next level and does a reversal pattern. But where it is now, there is no short, and it might not even be a short all day. I have no idea yet. It could even be a short at this level, but for now, not until we have at least one or two or a few more 30-minute candles to make a decision. Because for now, it's only a potential long, and not even a great one, in my view. So, yeah, there's just wait for it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's get a few other things rolling here. Oh, so today, I believe we're meant to have Carlos with us, but he's doing YouTube, so I don't think he'll join. But let's see. Oddly enough, it might even be Thor, even though he's normally on for Tuesdays. The schedule's a little mixed up. But we'll be fine either way, right? What do you have here? Someone there saying 1 p.m. today, 20-year bond auction. Okay. Bonds. What is a bond, really? I hardly understand these things. It's like a loan from the government, or you give a loan to the government. I don't really understand it. Never paid attention to it. And there's treasuries too, which is another thing. So
I'm here if you need me to come on.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. I'm sure people will want to know about Bookmap and various things. So, guys, Nathan's here if you want to talk about those sorts of things. Cam levels, Bookmap, liquidity. It's in the room. What are you looking at here? Sujit Oaklook, Quantum, MU. Okay. I'll put those on the screen. MU. All right. So tomorrow, doing a webinar, guys, in BBT. So don't miss that one. It'll be at noon Eastern tomorrow. And it's going to be another fun one. So put that in your calendars. All right. So it's a short week. Thursday's off, and I won't even be trading on Friday. So it's only 3 days really this week: today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And then I'm away for 2 weeks. Well, then we have 1 week, and then it's 4th of July week. So realistically, there's not much trading left. It's only these 3 days really for the next until after 4th of July. Hardly get anything.
Avi, so for this quarter, I say you have increased your size significantly. So how it went overall for you, and what was the learning, and what just if you can share overall quarter result, that would be great.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's feels like crap really, because I only made about half the money that was available for me to make. Put it that way. As far as taking setups and holding on to trades properly and all that stuff, could have been a lot bigger and better. But anyway, still good to be positive as far as the end P&L is concerned for the quarter. Again, the key point is keeping the winners bigger than the losers. If you don't have that, I don't care what your size is. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you got to have the 1 hour losers and the 5 and 10 hour winners, right? And only then does it add up and over the quarter. So we'll see. I'll probably look at the end of the quarter at the end of the month. When it's 4th of July holiday, around then I can look at stuff. I mean, I hardly even look at it because I know as far as paying the bills is concerned, that's covered. And everything else is excess. So that's when I have to look at it. What I am looking at is strategy and seeing where I can refine things. Look at old screenshots from the quarter. I'll do stuff like that. I've already been working on some things, which I did on Friday. I was talking to somebody about that, about trading in a slightly different way, using the options chart and really analyzing the options price action. But yeah, that's kind of where it is. So it's not much to think about really, other than making sure that the risk management is still very, very tight, and the winners are still maintained to be a lot bigger than the losers. That's kind of what's in my head. So not much more than that.
Yeah,
Cool, man. Sure. There's always money to be made in the markets, guys. Always. A couple of minutes to the open. I mean, real quick, I can show you guys what I'm looking at here. I'm trading on the. I'm looking at trading on the options chart. Again, no pre-market action because options are closed. But just looking at price action on various options contracts, only looking for long, so long puts or long calls. This is the one from Friday where I got this big pop in the price action when the SPY dropped on Friday. I went long this call option, and really trading it by analyzing the options price action, looking for patterns here, rather than what I have been doing, which is on the underlying. I think it's a lot simpler. Of course, no Fibonacci levels on this because you don't have 8 a.m. candles. So going back to basically looking at levels on the price action on the candlestick charts and identifying them and identifying setups as well. Anyway, there's a bit more to it, but that's what I'm working on. Let's see if I can build out that style of trading. That'd be fun. It's actually very simple. So we'll come back next full quarter and maybe we have something new. And this Fibonacci stuff is old stuff now. It's time to move on.
Is that said already?
All right, so about a minute and a half to the open. Where is the SPY opening? At about 600. I'm going to keep observing these 30-minute candles on the options. Looking to go out of the money. Anyways, I don't have a setup. I don't have a strategy right now. I'll have to wait and see. So let's see what else we got here. Anything else we need to look at? do you got? Maybach, you're an AMD. Looking at AMD. Meta, Jackie. Cool. I'll put some of these on this chart. What I'll do is I'll just watch SPY on the other screen. Put some of these over here. Meta. I'm not trading any of these, but we can look at it. Well, what happened to Meta? Holy crap.
Avi, are you looking at $600 or puts chart?
Both. I'm keeping an eye on all of it. This is a put option, so if I go into today's call, excuse me, 600 calls, 600 call strike. I'll look at both of them. I don't have this style truly refined yet, but effectively just 0 DTE out of the money and analyzing the price action here. There's some good reasons to go 0 DTE out of the money. It's just because you want the RVR.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at the SPY now. It's a mess, absolute mess. I don't want to touch it. Anyways, I'm going to observe these charts. So if I'm going long, let's call it 601. Yeah, 601. This would be the chart. But there's no pattern at the moment. All right, look at that. The already bounced off. Fun. And Meta, what's up with Meta? Anyone know? This thing's something happened, obviously. Look at that. It's very much in play. Looks like some news.
It's been doing really well since you guys broke up.
Yeah, most women do better without me. Every time I break up with them, they get better. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm trying to observe this chart here. It's funny, there's a long in it somewhere. We look at those 600 puts. That'll be interesting. Out of the money puts. Can't do that. But we have 602 would be the place. Yeah, we'll see. So AMD, that 1 minute ORB, the breakout just happened. Interesting area though, with the pre-market resistance. You can see it just in the before the open. 119.4 or so, right about where it is. Yeah. Oh, there's the big breakout again. New high. So AMD looks strong. Oklo as well did a good strong breakout. And the SPY looking to do that breakout now as well. The breakout I was looking at earlier. But again, I'm not taking it. I'm not convinced. There's nothing in it for me. Nothing there. Anthony, okay, so Meta's based on ads and WhatsApp, and okay, so new revenue, ad revenue. Cool. Makes sense. Was that news that just came out this morning? It looks like, or overnight? At what time? Yeah, this morning would have been about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. AMD, huh? Now don't enter AMD here, guys. I think it's already gone. The entry was about a minute ago. But it looks good. It's gonna keep going. And Oklo as well. Wow, look at that. Yeah, Meta's messy, but let's look at Oklo. See that 1 minute candle and then pop out. Very cool. So who already made money, huh? A few good opportunities there. AMD and Oklo.
I am in Oklo.
Nice. Get some of that. Oh man. Yeah. Again, I wouldn't enter any of these over here. Like AMD or Oklo, they're already gone. The entry was a few minutes ago. I'm looking at this options chart here. And if I was to find a long somewhere down here, I would look at this the candle that's yesterday's open or Friday's open, opening candle, the top of that would be the target. It's very interesting. You can see how it was support and turned into, if there's a long in it down here, that's where you target 243. I don't see a long in it. I don't see anything right now. All right. I guess we'll do this one early today. Why did AMD reject that level? Anyone want to know? Does anyone know? I'm gonna have to just keep beating this in every day. Nobody knows? 120.22.
Fibonacci level.
Yeah, thank you. Now I feel better. Missed you yesterday, Jacob. You should have come, man.
I know. Like I saw the pictures and I was like, nice.
Yeah, we had a good time.
What time did you guys wind up? Like around midnight?
7 a.m. I think.
2
2 hours ago. I don't know. That was good fun. Lots of kids, and everyone went home with their kids early because it's a school night. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Monday. That's right.
There you go. AMD, so close, still pushing upwards. What happened to Meta? Again, Meta as well, rejecting an obvious level. What a mess, huh, Meta? So what's interesting on Meta, I think, is you're getting a pretty good opening range, well-defined opening range. When it breaks out of it, it could be all right. Ideally to the upside, because it's all positive news. Well, wait for that breakout. Just wait for it. Agnes, yeah. Yes. Every answer to every question is Avi low. Yeah, that's it. Ask me anything.
Right. If you say anything else, you're kicked out of the room.
Yeah, that's it. You're getting kicked out. Love it. Jacob, you're the moderator here. You got to kick people out. Oh, man. Look at that on the spy. It doesn't want to go. It really is stuck. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I don't like the look of it because the quality of this consolidation is no good. It should be a ascending wedge would be ideal. This is not really that. You could see that before the open, and now it's been struggling at that level. It's very strong to begin with, but struggling. And I'm glad I didn't. I decided not to look at this just based on the 30-minute. So let's see. It could obviously still, just like anything can, but I don't like the look of it. It's all about patterns. There you go. The breakout might be happening now. Is it? Yeah, new high. Okay, now it's happening. But again, tough trading. It's a mess. So we have what? Meta. Okay, hello. Spy. Not Spy. AMD. Wait for the second leg up. What are you saying, Leanna? Tesla? What happened with Tesla? Let's look at it. Ooh. Who did what? Yeah. Anyone catch Tesla? Leanna, did you catch it? Looking at it? The ORB to the downside again. I think very fast. I wasn't watching it, but probably happened really fast and difficult to trade. All right. Wow. I feel like the quarter's already over. I don't see anything worth trading. And really, it's going to be, I don't know, I just don't have a good feel for this week. It looks like it's going to be slow. Anyways, we have a few days off. AMD made a new high as well, so that ABCD pattern might be coming true. Oh, and hey, I see this here. Look at that. I'll show you guys what I see here. I'm seeing it now. This big hammer candle, right? It's a continuation pattern. So you have the ABCD, the first leg up, very strong. And during the consolidation, it puts in that big hammer with room to the left, as in it popped out from the consolidation, put in a perfect hammer. As far as naked trading setups are concerned, the new 1 minute high would have been the entry. So a couple of minutes ago with a wide stop, and off you go. And you can see it never tested your stop. And now it just popped out. So actually, that's a really good pattern. If I see this on a 30-minute, I'll take it every time. Yeah, very good continuation pattern. That's exactly like the book. You can screenshot this, and it's like you drew it. Anyways, the SPY is still struggling right there with the breakout area. Oof. Let's look at these put contracts. I wonder if there's a way. 601 would be at the money. Let's go 600. Yeah, there's nothing in it. You guys having fun yet? AMD. That's a really good pattern. Oh man. I think Tesla's really messy. Just be careful with it. I mean, it's had its opening range. It did a breakdown, but it looks like it's jumping around all over the place. It's likely to be choppy for a while. AMD, huh? Also respecting the level very nicely. Rejected 120.22 and did the perfect continuation pattern and then the breakout. So all very neat. SPY again. SPY is so messy. Oof, Tesla. Did Tesla gap up? I think it did, right? Yeah. So on Tesla, what I would think makes sense is it dropped already and ideally goes back to its opening price and its high of day, about 332, and then set up for the breakout to the upside. That would be a really good fallen angel pattern. So it's gapped up at initial sell-off, and then reclaim its high and break out. Again, a good ORB setup and fallen angel. I like those. Those are very powerful. Yeah, fun. There you go, Leanna. That's right. Oak Club bounced right off of the Avi level again. Love it. It's the answer to everything. All of life's questions. The answer is Avi level. Yeah, there goes AMD now. Made a new high by just a penny. It looks positive. Looks very positive. Evan, you're saying you took AMD from the first level to the second level. Okay. You got out. What signal would you have to have taken to stay in? To stay in it. This ABCD pattern, you can see the consolidation right here after the first leg up. And it's the quality of the consolidation that I'm interested in. It's got that hammer right in the middle of it. After that hammer is when I would put on the size on the next 1 minute high. That's a near perfect pattern for the second leg. Again, I'm not trading this and I don't trade the 1 minute price action, but if I see this on a 30 on the SPY, I always take it. I haven't seen one of these in a while, but this is exactly what it should look like. I mean, just look at the books. It's drawn out just like this. And this is real price action. Very cool. So 2 legs up on AMD. Don't count on the third. I never count on the third. 2 is plenty. Usually a third is unreliable. It may happen, it may not, but you know, it's unreliable. 2 is good. 2 is reliable. Let's revisit the SPY options and see. There's nothing in it. Man, I don't see anything here. Definitely not for the first 30 minutes. I have to wait for a couple of 30-minute candles before anything shows itself. AMD, the next level up I've got is, what is it? 122.31. And you can see that's pretty much the high of 2 days ago as well. So you target that area if it's going to continue. OKLO. Who caught the OKLO short? Any of you guys looking at it that way? Had a big run up, and then it's been going down towards 70. You're very brave if you shorted this, because it's super strong, and the short is just a pullback in my view. It's not. I don't see it going back to its opening price. It's very unlikely. But I mean, these things do happen, but I'd be careful about shorting this thing. Very careful. Now we have a SPY breakout. There we go. Yeah. SPY did the same thing. Look at this. Just like AMD did. It's got that hammer in there. It did one earlier, but it's not a great one. This one's good. So big consolidation. And put in that long tail hammer where the tail is about 3 times as big as the body, and you have a small body. Then the new 1-minute high would be the entry to stop below the hammer, and you're in this same pattern as we saw in AMD at a key level. So very good continuation pattern. Nice. I like that. On a 30 though, it's a whole lot of nothing. I'm working on a different strategy here. Let's see if it's on the 30-minute options chart, and I still don't see anything. Sujit, what are you doing? PLTR? More exotic stuff? Let's have a look. Yeah. This thing's heavily in play as well. What's with these big moves today, huh? There seems to be a lot of them. Except the SPY. Everything else is a lot of other things are moving nicely. Very bullish activity. What are you saying here, Agnes? Even if the answer is not Avi level, you're still going to say Avi level. I love it. Great. Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it. The answer to the mysteries of the universe. Okay, hello did one too, one of those hammers. Not ideal, but let's have a look. See it right there? The long tail hammer. What I don't like about it is that it's also got a wick on the upside. It's too much of a wick. It's a bit subjective, but anyways, we know the buyers are sitting there. If it didn't have that wick on the upside, I'd say the entry is right now for the long, new 1-minute high. And it continues for the second leg. So it's a close one, as in it's close to a good setup. And there it goes. It's popping already. Yeah, Scott, that's smart. Wait for the retest on the SPY. Always wait for the retest. I mean, the SPY is messy, though. It's got teeth on both sides. But I do like the retest. You can put on bigger size. You can trust the move better. I was catching the second leg on OKLO. I mean, it was almost perfect setup. Ideally, you have a level there, too, around 70. A bigger picture. Could put a level about there, maybe. There. Up here. And there's places. There's many places. Cool. It's funny. There's always all this news coming out, and I can't trade around the news. And then days like today, we've had quite a few of them where there's no news. You just trade freely, but then there's no setup. So just gotta sit and wait. Oh, look at the SPY jump. So now that looks like news. Did you see that, guys? That big jump that just happened on the SPY. That candle is big, and it moved in what, 1 second or less. It was
It happens on every single stock.
everything. Wow. Who tweeted what? Did you tweet, Gurinder? You tweeted something.
I wish I would have tweeted 10 minutes ago. I've been stuck in long, bro.
Yeah, tell us all. We'll go long in insider trading. Oh crap! There it goes. Very nice. Now look at that options chart. 75 cents. It's already at $1.30. Gotta find a way to trade this. Yeah, Katie, you're saying you're long SPY since the
I
weekend.
think we just hit a lot of stops right there.
Mm,
So that was yesterday's session high on the futures.
okay.
We just did a
That
little
makes
bit of
sense.
stop, and I don't see any news unless somebody was told.
Stopped out all the shorts, all the bears. Get them out of the
Pretty
way.
much, yeah. They're all gone. Poor guys.
All right. Nice. Yeah, KD, you're saying with all the geopolitical tensions, you're surprised the SPY gapped up. Yeah. Well, that's the thing about the market, right? It's very irrational. That's where we can make money. If things were rational, then, it'd be stable and stay in one place and not volatile and wouldn't give us moves within the day. So it's that gap between, well, call it rationality and irrationality that we can profit from. So yeah, I never expect the market to stay rational. It never is, almost never. Even on the investing side of things, the fundamentals make perfect sense. These stocks should triple from here tomorrow, but it takes 10 years before it really does. So forget about rationality. You want rationality, go sit on the beach and look at the sunset and meditate. That's rationality. This is not rationality. This is stock market stuff. All right. So AMD as well. Again, still popping upwards. Third leg, but very tricky. Can't trust it. So you did one good leg. Perfect setup for the second leg. Now the third leg looks like it's underway, but it's doing it without a good setup. It may continue, it may not, I don't know. But these third legs, I'd never put risk on them. If I happen to be in it, I'd be at risk-free already, as in break even. And let it run if it wants to run. But don't put risk on up there. Oh boy. These 30-minute options charts are very cool. I mean, I'm looking at it here on my screen, and it's an options chart. It's 0 DTE, out of the money, it's all that stuff. But it's not a problem. It's a big, old, slow-moving candle. Totally different, right? If you try to look at the options chart in the 1 minute, you're going nuts, just jumping around, lots of money going back and forth. The 30-minute is just less triggering, just simpler. I'm gonna start trading on this stuff. Look at that 603s, which is the next out of the money contract. See, let's see if I get some of this maybe later today. Yeah, Angel, go ahead.
Hi, Avi. I was just wondering because I missed a couple of sessions and now I see you're looking at the 30-minute charts on the options. Like, can you tell me what are you looking at right now? Like you're observing those charts instead of the regular charts like you used to?
Yeah, and I'm still watching the regular charts, the 30-minute SPY and all that. I haven't changed it. I'm just exploring a different strategy. I might be developing something here. So let's see if I might find something here. I could develop this and make it reliable, then I'll use it. I did take a trade on Friday based on this, where I was looking at the SPY, but really using the targets on the options chart. I think it was, I don't even have that expiry here anymore. But basically looking for price patterns on the 30-minute chart on the options, not on the 1 minute. The thing about it is, though, there are no Avi and Avi levels here. You don't have 8 a.m. candles here. So you got to manually find levels. Like on this chart, about $2 here would be a level. You can see where it was support, turned resistance right there. So that if I'm going long, I would target $2. That would be a target right there. But then you also got to identify the entry. What would be the entry? Which basically I'm using naked candlestick patterns. So again, this is just something I'm working on. It's not something that I've truly defined yet or use it in a reliable way yet. So let's see. I'll work on this, and maybe next quarter we have something. We can use it.
Thank you, Avi.
Sure. Okay, this crazy move on the SPY, huh? You can see how difficult this thing is to trade. Just choppy and messing with you all the time. Moved halfway into the target area, so it's a big range. 603 is where I'd think about taking it off because it's halfway, just about. Oh yeah, and it's a troublesome area. You can see the resistance in previous days, right about where it is. Man, there would have been an entry here, huh? Yeah. Go ahead.
We are approaching 145 level on NVIDIA. That's been a big magnet for a few days. Yeah, it's a lot of sell orders there, so we'll see.
Nice. Yeah. Fun. Just slam into it and then reverse or go the other. Keep going up. I don't know. That's cool. 145. Yeah, you can see it on the charts. It's a obvious level.
Yeah, it's like us as stacked there. There's a almost 1,000 or whatever million shares somebody's trying to sell them.
Yeah, there's a ton of open interest on the call side at 145 strike.
Nice.
Yeah, that seller been there for weeks now. Like every time I try to go, that's my target for a long. So let's see.
Yeah, then the call wall's at 150. Yeah, there's a ton of. Yeah, if we squeeze past 145, we could give a little bit of a gamma squeeze to 150. I bet.
Nice. Yeah. That's fun, huh? A whole lot of fun. Sach, what are you saying here? You can install the levels in TradingView. You got the indicator ready. Nice. Thanks, Sach. Got the indicator ready on TradingView, Avinacci stuff. And oddly enough, I'm putting all that behind me now. Moving on. Oh, man, you guys. Maybach, you got the SPY move, 5R? Nice. Good for you, man. Yeah, about 603 would make sense. Nice. Now, looking at this chart, this options chart, I mean, I'm only thinking long. I'm never shorting options, always long. So down here on Friday, you could see it came down and then it put an indecision, 3 indecision candles with some bullish activity. But what you want, when you have indecision, what you want is a decision to be made. And for me, the decision was made when it makes a new high. So if the high was here about 82 cents, so when it makes a new high, that would be the entry, just above 82 cents or so, right about there with the stop right below the area of indecision. And then the target's about 2. Halfway, well, about here, you can take some off. I'd look at this area, about 150-ish. It's almost there, almost got there. And 2 would be the real target. So, yeah, that's the strategy, basically. Just leave it, put it on and leave it for a couple hours. Let's see if I can find a way to do this. So let's say the entry is about 85. The stop has to be about 55, so 30-cent stop. And you're getting a very good RBR. And it doesn't take a lot to go through and make this move because this would be out of the money when you enter. And all the SPY really has to do is move a little bit and the contract will just jump. And this is also 0 DTE out of the money, which is it will jump tremendously as it moves a bit. And you can see it just did that a few minutes ago. So try and capture these sorts of things. Anyways, that's what I'm working on. Okay, the first 30 minutes is almost over. I'm still awake. That's a good sign. You guys haven't bored me to death yet.
Avi, can you check Apple?
Yeah. Apple, what do we have? So you have that pre-market consolidation, the breakouts happening. I mean, I don't like the quality of this consolidation, but what I do like is that it did a false breakout earlier, and that would lead to a genuine breakout on the other side. There you go. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So false breakout leads to a good breakout, and it looks like it's already went halfway through. So yeah, that makes sense. And on a 1 minute, you have a decent looking double bottom, but you don't have the second low being higher than the first. But anyways, don't really see this as a double bottom, just see this as a false breakout. So get ready for the next breakout, which should give you a good ABCD pattern as well. And off it goes. This was just a couple minutes ago. Cool, man. Yeah, good setup. I think the setup's okay. Not a problem. Look at that on the SPY. It would have hit 150. It just did. If that, that would have been an intermediate target, and then only 50 cents more for the real big target. And this is a massive move. And the SPY really doesn't have to do a whole lot for these contracts to just go crazy. That's why I like this. That's what I did on Friday. I took one of these, and it was huge. Like, holy crap. It went, I had the ability to hold that thing. I went out of the money, and I wasn't identifying momentum. And I was just looking at a 30-minute chart, not even a 1 minute, just entered on a 30-minute as well. And the target was on the 30-minute. And it was easier to hold. It wasn't a big deal. By the time I closed the whole thing, it was like $250,000. I'm like, holy shit. It's a really fast one. But the point is, it was not complicated, and easy to hold the size. Much easier to hold the size when you start to understand that these contracts don't need a lot. They make big moves when the SPY doesn't do a whole lot. You just got to pick the right contract, the right level. Make sure the RVR is in your favor, and you're okay. So, good fun. I'm really curious if the SPY does this. This would be a trade I should have taken. It already would have been de-risked if I'd gotten into this at about, call it 85 cents or so. 150 to take off maybe 60%, 80% of it, and be at break even, and the rest for $2 if it wants to go. That's probably what I would do. And wouldn't be looking at the SPY. My screen would be, it would just be this chart. Everything you see on the left side, that's it. And all this other stuff would be gone. Fun. Huh?
So, Avi, would you say that you will be looking at the 30-minute regular charts only to make a decision on direction, like short or long, and then use the put chart, or the option chart?
The way I'm trying to do it is only have the option chart. I don't even need to look at the SPY or anything else. And I need the options chain here so I know where the SPY is. So basically it's color-coded, what's in the money and out of the money. And all I'm really doing is picking something out of the money, long or short. Right now I have this long here, but let's look at the shorts. If I'm going short out of the money would be this one. Yeah, the yellow is out of the money. And I don't see an entry here. And this is, you're looking to go long, right? Long the call options. And I don't see an entry. If I see an entry somewhere here, then I'd go long. And I'd look at the next area of resistance overhead. The obvious one is today's high. But let's see, where did it have any other? You have this, but this is support. This 240 zone, this is support. I don't call that resistance. Here's resistance where it really found sellers. And even previously, you could see it broke down and sold off from there. So anyways, about 308, I would target. I'd probably just put at 3 and wait for an entry somewhere down here for a long on the calls, which would mean the SPY would go down and you'd make money on this contract. So, sorry, long on the put, going long on this put. So that's kind of what I'm working on.
So basically, you have like one chart for the put and one chart for the call, whichever makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And what's interesting is you can buy a put and a call at the same time. One of them stops out, one of them makes money. That's fine. That works too. Quite literally go long and short on the same thing at the same time. You'll be careful with that though. You don't want to mess up your head. But I think that's an opportunity. So for now, I don't see any setup here for going long these puts. There's nothing here. It's just straight down. There's nothing telling me it's going the other way. But on the calls, it was there earlier, like we were showing, discussing it. Let's say if we went further out the money, 604 would have been difficult. You can see that indecision, and then the new high be very hard. So you don't really want to go too far out of the money, just one level out. Whatever is basically the first yellow one. At the time, earlier when the SPY did make that new high, well, the contract made the new high was the 603. It was 603 was out of the money. It would have been here. SPY would have been probably around 602-ish. And then go. Actually, let's look at it. We can find out. It was here, 953. Yeah, just about 602, right? Right about there. And you still get really good RVR.
And the entrance will be on the 1 minute like option chart.
No. Oh gosh, no. I don't want to do that. That'd be scary. One of the things I'm trying to achieve here is to de-stress the trading. And going away from the 1 minute chart is de-stressing. Just trading on a 30-minute, nice and smooth, nice and slow. I've seen this setup quite a few times. I took it once so far. That was on Friday. So let's see if we can find it consistently. But just 30-minute charts, yeah. No 1 minute stuff. 1 minute would be nuts. The 1 minute, the SPY chart itself is crazy. I mean, try trading the options chart. Oh my gosh.
Will be all gaps and everything, right?
Yeah, gaps and these options, man, they jump. You just cannot. It'll drive you nuts. And then you'll try and put a stop, and usually it'll be too tight because it jumps around, and you're going out of the money, and it's 0 DT. You're just hurting yourself. It's something I want to avoid.
Avi, why didn't you take this trade a little earlier? Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, I can't hear you very clearly. Can you try again?
Oh, okay. What was the reason why you didn't take this trade earlier? Sorry, I missed that.
Why I didn't take this options trade earlier?
Yes.
I wasn't ready for it. I didn't identify it. I'm identifying it after the fact. So in real time, and I don't have the strategy truly well refined yet. It's something I'm working on. So I'd rather just observe it rather than take these trades. And I'll take screenshots of it and back test it and do all that. And then maybe have something in a few weeks.
Okay. Discipline. So important. Thank you.
Yeah. Discipline, yes. That's how you don't lose the money you made, right?
Thank you.
I guess AMD was the runner today.
Yeah. Yep. AMD looks all right. It did well. So like I was saying earlier, you have the first two legs, and the third leg did happen, but look how it happened. It didn't give you a really neat ABCD setup, and it's red and white candles alternating quite literally. So not great. As a day trader, you would just struggle with this. So two legs, and if you still happen to have some on, then leave it on for a big target. That would be that. Cool. So guys, we have about 20 minutes left here in this session. Let me know if there's anything on your minds. Personally, I'm really bored.
I want you to buy NVIDIA call so it can go up.
You want me to buy the calls?
Yeah. The goddamn thing.
You're in the long.
Yeah, I had a good, like, I'm long at about 43.50 or whatever, now 60.
You're funny. All right. Yeah. Well, how does that work? If the market makers sell me the calls, they have to How do they hedge it? Nathan, you would know this. How do the market makers hedge? They have to buy NVIDIA if they sell calls to me?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people will follow your trade.
Oh gosh.
So it's all about hedging with the options market. So if it's just like with a stock, if you buy a stock from the market maker, they're short that stock. So if you buy a call from the market maker, they're short that call. So they hedge it by buying stock. So that's how, Avi, like when you buy your calls or your puts, the market maker is the one actually doing that with generally the futures. So with SPY, SPX, they would do that with the futures. It's just more, it's more efficient for them. But that's going to drive the market higher. So it's essentially they're buying your shares that you would have for those option contracts, and you buy enough contracts that you would see that flow coming through and that hedging coming in.
Wow.
So yeah, you are technically, when you're doing 50 delta options and it's like a 500,000 shares or 1 million shares or whatever, that is going into technically into the, I guess, what would you say, the worth, how much that's worth, through the options, through them hedging with the futures, that actually is going into the market.
Wow. That is
and then as it goes up, like on your gamma squeezes, then they have to buy more and more and more of the futures or the stock to keep up so that they're hedged correctly.
Wow. So it's really self-fulfilling in a way. You buy the calls and then they make it go up.
Yeah, and then that's what you see, that 1 to 10 that Peter trades at the end of the day, that rebalancing. Some of that is a lot of what that is at the end of the day. They've got these huge positions. They've got to rebalance them because, their boss is saying, hey, you're over leveraged here or under leveraged here. And that's when they kind of use that time to rebalance their books. So you've sold puts and calls, or people are starting to get out of positions. They need to rebalance. And when they do that at the end of the day.
Wow. That is interesting. When you can understand how they really, I guess, move the market, there's some opportunities there.
Yeah, they protect themselves first. So when you go in and you put your options trade in, they go ahead and buy the stock or buy the future before they sell you the option.
Yeah.
So you should see it hit before, like just before you would get filled. You should see that flow start to come in. And they have algorithms that do that help balance things out.
That helps explain also where I struggle to get liquidated. I'm trying to sell.
They see you want to sell, and so they're making sure they're selling first before you get served.
Should give these guys a call and get on their good side.
You should need to go to the stock exchange with us.
Yeah.
Thor and I are trying to go to even CME in Chicago and talk to those guys. But you should come and get to know them. Yeah, absolutely. They'll give you tons of information, man. Go in there and talk to them.
That would be fun. Let's make a trip to Chicago. What else is good in Chicago? They got good jazz.
Terrible baseball, though.
Terrible baseball.
Terrible baseball.
The Chicago
we could rent a yacht. We could rent a yacht and go out on Lake Michigan.
Yeah, all right. That sounds fun. That's all right. I'll do that.
We definitely could go boat shopping. There's a lot of nice boats.
It's been a while since we went boat shopping. Let's do that.
Dan and JB would come out there for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. They got to come. Oh, shit. Fun. There you go. Now the SPY making a new high, I think. Just about. Was at the high.
Right now, we are in we're basically like a stack of very positive strike levels for the SPX. So this buying should continue and trend higher up to about 60.50 for SPX, probably put us about 61.10, 61.20 for ES, and for SPY, that'd probably be around 6.10, 6.15, maybe a little bit higher. So there's a lot of positive. The more we buy now, kind of more buying is going to support that, but it should get a little choppy through this area. But the trend higher, unless some big selling comes in or we had a big level, the trend should, continue up higher. And then we start to get thin over that 60-50 on the XPX. So that could be an area like of a little fade or a pullback.
This is a couple days kind of trend. I don't see it getting up to 610 today. Well, I mean, it could, but yeah, I think this week perhaps, next few days, right? The trend is intact. Makes sense. Makes good sense. You can see where it's struggling right now, despite the high of 2 days ago. It was also a high a few days earlier last week. Yeah. Cool. Oh man, look at this SPY trade. This options trade would have been epic. Would have been huge. Just up to where it is now, 150 already would have been massive, and then try to keep
it's 2 day prior close here too. So this could hit a stop run and then it could push us up to that 605, 606 area.
Yeah. 605.32.
605 has a big order up there, and it's kind of void up through past that. So it's also R6 for the day.
Nice.
We got a big order right here at 603.75. It's kind of banging its head against it. It's holding. The selling's not really pushing it down.
Nice. 603.50, and then yeah, it's struggling here, but I think I don't see sellers coming in here pushing it down. It just made a new high as well on the 1 minute, so it's all bullish. Good stuff. AMD is still chugging along as well. Hey, you guys like Fibonacci stuff? Not Avi8ors, it's Fibonacci stuff. Oklo would be a good example, I believe. If you have the 0% at the bottom, the 100% at the top, the low that it made was probably, I don't know, that 38% line. Is that, what is the number? I think it's 38 on Fibonacci. Probably in that zone, and you could take that continuation. I don't use that strategy, but on a 5 minute I used to. And slow trading, but very effective. Very, very effective. Let's look at a 15-minute chart, might be good too. Yeah. See the pullback on the 15-minute chart? Not bad at all. The entry is actually right a minute ago on the new high. On a 15 though. Cool.
Avi,
Hey, Jackie.
hello. On Thursday, it's no trading day. The market is closed.
Yes, closed.
So no mentees webinar.
Yeah, let's take a break.
On Friday
had two.
or the week after.
Friday. Oh gosh, yeah, good questions. Let's talk about it after the session. We'll we'll put the schedule together.
Okay.
See what we need to do. Yeah.
I talk to you then after, Nathan.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Now I'm getting terrible FOMO looking at this options chart. Oh man.
Would you look for a pullback anywhere here to get in?
Not on this option.
Or is it just gone too much for you?
Yeah, I don't have a level here. I don't have a setup here on this options chart. There's nothing to enter here. I'm basically looking for longs. Let's look at the 604s. Yeah, same. There's nothing to enter with. No conviction anywhere.
Let's see
actually,
if we get another stop run right here. Then.
Yeah, and this would have been interesting actually about 10 minutes ago on the 604s, where it broke out through the indecision and then the retest at 0.61. This area would have been the entry. Let's go on the 1 minute, have a look what it would be. It would have been about 10 minutes ago or so on the strategy.
Yeah, we're in the area right now where we could get a gamma squeeze. Big fast pop right to 605.
Nice. Yeah, I can see the 605 also just broke out as well. So 605 would have been another entry on these 605 calls. Actually, that's not a bad one. But where's the target? If you get into here, target's up here, 125. Yeah, it's already
Here
gone.
comes.
Yeah. Oh crap! That would have been the entry just a few minutes ago. Damn, I shouldn't be looking at this. See, these charts are amazing. You can actually find a trade anytime. Holy crap. The strategy is really interesting. There's a lot of money to be made. But yeah, I can see the pop again, just now as you were saying, Nathan. 604, and then it'll slow down and pull up. Still got 606. 606.
I think it's getting to a point where it can really start to squeeze to 605.
Yeah, 605 makes a lot of sense. 606 is hitting.
It's just so extended.
Yeah, I wouldn't enter the 606 contract. That's really difficult. 605 is the one that makes some sense for an entry at any time now. But I'm not gonna do this. I'm still exploring the strategy. This is cool, man. Options. Go into real options trading. No more underlying stuff. Just straight into the options. Might be time for that. Wow, this would have been huge. You can actually take all these contracts. 603, 604, 605. There's entries on all of them so far. That's actually a good way to go. I wouldn't have to take so much size. I could split it up between these different contracts. And then liquidity is less of a problem. Let's look at some puts and see what would it be. No entry for sure on these puts. Okay, hello, yeah. Fun.
Can you make a basket order in here? Like put all 2-3 contracts in one basket and then long the basket. Sort of a folder or something,
I'm sure there's I'm sure there's software that allows that. I don't know how to do that on DOS. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
put one basket for like long calls or one, short or something. So then you can parcel that out.
Yeah, oh, that makes sense, but I don't think I'd even want to do that. I'd do it one by one because let's say I took the 603, the entry would have been way earlier, right? In the first 15 minutes of the day or something. And then if I wanted to get in the 604, the entry would have been later on, maybe around the same time, but you can even take that retest, which just happened, call it 10 minutes ago. So it'd be a different time of entry. And the 605, if I took it, would have been even later, would have been more recently in the last, 5 minutes or so. So that's the way I would think about it. I wouldn't, in this strategy that I'm working on, I wouldn't enter all of them at the same time. Stagger them.
Probably if it's a momentum trade, then you can, maybe then even not. I don't know. Like if then it would all like following strike would freeze, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you got to realize, these contracts, they behave differently. The 602, 3, 4, 5, all of them behave differently from each other. And so you have to have different entries and targets, and time of entry is different. So I wouldn't do what you're saying, what you're suggesting about, hit the button once and then enter all of them. I'd be careful with that. But it's an idea. It's a good idea. But I'd be careful just because of these options. You're going out of the money. It's 0 DT. There's a lot of risk involved. So be a little careful with this stuff.
Got it.
Sure. Yeah, Hanson, go ahead.
I got a question for Nathan. Are you mentoring through Avi's group, or do you have your own mentorship group? Or
I help Avi and Thor. So in this year I've got Thor's mentorship group, and then this year I've got Avi. So I actually kind of just help with both.
So I guess my question is, I've been on Thor's list for like 6 months, and I feel like I probably got another 6 months to get there. And I'm looking to learn bookmap and stuff better. Do you do any private mentorship, or is that something you're open to? I'm assuming
I can. Well, this week though, I'm also doing a presentation with Avi's mentorship. I think that's what Jackie was talking about. Since the markets are closed Thursday, I was supposed to do it Thursday. So I'll be doing it either Wednesday or Friday. So I'll have that. But yeah, send me a message or whatever. And
Do you
also,
have
I can see.
email address?
Do you have Discord?
I do not.
Okay, let me give you my email. It's just nathan@bearbulltraders.com.
Okay.
And then are you part of BBT?
I'm not right now.
Okay. I was going to say, I've got my webinars every Tuesday at noon on BBT, but I'll be doing one this week. So any questions you have or whatever, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Perfect. Thank you. I just wanted to know where to find you.
Yeah, send me an email. Oh, Avi, I was going to tell you, if you want to look at like the options for options and what you should do, just ask Jared, man. Jared will know.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah.
be the easiest way to figure it out. Jared, what should I do? And he'll probably already have the answer. This and this and this. Okay.
He'll probably blow my head off, man.
Just, Jared, in simple terms, just tell me what I can do for my liquidity problem. And I don't want to do like any crazy straddles or spreads or flies. I just want to. It's all about the liquidity.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He'll start talking to me about condors and stuff again.
Yeah, then you'll fall asleep. He reminds me of Bill Nye sometimes. Remember Bill Nye, the science guy, just the monotone, talking about everything. Like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep. Poor Jared.
Jared. He's great. He's a whole wealth of information. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean he knows it. He's just like it's just providing the information. It's just like good Lord. It's hard to stay awake.
Yeah.
Engineering the markets, man. It's too early in the morning for me. It just puts me right back to sleep.
No, if I used to participate in that, at least I watch it, and I realize if I keep showing up there, by the time the market opens, my brain's already fried.
Yeah, it's like,
it's too much to think about for me. My brain doesn't want that kind of workload. But really fun. Cool. All right, guys. Last couple of minutes here.
Or ask Megan. Megan would be the other place to go.
Yeah. Megan's got some good stuff. She put out some good videos on YouTube a few years ago for options, short videos for those of you who are interested. It's on the BBT YouTube channel. Just type in or search Megan's Options, Bear Bull Traders. And there's like 3 or 4 videos, all 5-10 minute long, and very simple, easy. You understand what options are and what are the possibilities with them. Very good stuff. That's where I started, just looking at her videos. Anyways, guys, last couple of minutes here. No trade for me today. Not yet, at least. And we'll see what happens. What am I missing here? So just you did the Apple thing? Got into it? Yeah, retest. Okay. Looks like it could go. Helen, you want to look at Tesla? Tesla was a mess earlier. Let's see what happened. Yeah, that's tricky, huh? Let's put the levels on. So it broke down to the downside, made the full move to the next level down. So that moves over. I wouldn't consider this a retest of the breakdown just because it already did the move. And oh man, what a mess. Again, on Tesla, the only thing I would think about is if it breaks the high. So you have this big ORB, call it a 1 hour ORB or whatever you want to call it. The break to the upside. That's what I would think about. But don't play with it anywhere here. You can see it's messy. It's got teeth. It wants to bite. So let it be. So this would have been a lot of fun, huh? The 603 would have been the trade if I used the strategy properly. Entry, and take a lot of it off at 150 and then hold rest for 2. Then the 604 would have been an entry, probably the same kind of entry as the 603, probably a little bit later. You get the retest as well for an ad, maybe. And 605, oh boy, 605, scary. But there's an entry there. You don't want to go too far out. at some point it's gonna stop moving. So
Where would you roughly place your stops? That'd be like 10, 20 cents below.
I would use the indecision area. So you see this whole indecision area on the 603, it would be below these three candles. So down here about 55 cents. So the entry is at about 85 or 90, and the stop is at about 55. So about a 30-cent stop, and you're capturing what, about $1.20 in total, something like that.
And that's what you did last week, or was like the prior bar low, or was it the, if you remember, or was it the actual entry candle?
Last week, what I did is I actually used the entry on the SPY 1-minute chart like I normally do. So I got that tight entry with a tight stop. But then for the targets, I just put it on this chart. I just look at these levels, found these levels, and targeted that. So that ended up being like more than 10 to 1 or 15 to 1 or something big. I didn't put on the biggest size just because of the, I'm trying something new here. But the RVR was what was really good on that.
Yeah.
That gets a little messy, these tight 1-minute candles on the SPY is something I'm trying to move away from. Go to the 30-minute charts and life is slower and easier. Look at this thing. This would be huge. And I'd probably take a lot of it off at 190 or so, just before the target. Really massive. All right, guys, that is it. It's 10:30 Eastern. Hope you all had fun. Hope you all didn't get as bored as I did. Hope you got some good trades. There were some good moves. I mean, look at AMD and OKLO and all these ones. So anyways, good times. So we'll be back for some live trading again tomorrow. You guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, Avi.
Yeah.
Thanks, Avi.
Yep. See you guys.
Thank you, Avi.
Welcome.
See you guys. Thanks, Avi.